So apparently, many of my subscribers should be online right now, and I'm curious if my YouTube is being honest about this. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna do some job seeking, and what we can do then is we are going to give me a second. We're gonna do the project. Jesus Christus, zeg. Wat een hitte. Jeetje mina. Oh. Oh. Kom, we gaan naar binnen. Snel. Kom, lopen. Stil waren van jou. Kom maar, lopen. Walk. Oké. En gaan lopen? Oké. Zo, kom kijken. Ja. Dus ja, we kunnen do some job seeking and then we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So let's do HTML first, like usual. And the fun part is that I wonder, because there's no one in the stream and actually not showing up in the stream, that my audience on my YouTube is actually lying to me. I wonder about this. So let's go to here and let's go to mm, community. No, not here. Analytics. Let's go to audience, and it says between like 6 p.m. after 6 p.m. you guys are the most online. So around like right now on Friday, many of my viewers. Yeah, awesome. We'll see. Let's see what we have. I can already see it's not a lot. So date last 24 hours. Okay, let's do WordPress. Let's do last 24 hours. It's Friday, so junior marketer, content specialist. Did I already apply to this one? I'm not sure. I'm not feeling like to apply to this one. Okay, well there's nothing, so we're gonna start the project like we usually do. Interesting. Okay, this one. Let's see what it's all about. Localhost. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, visual guidelines, packaging. Okay, it's not this one. Plus page. Why about us? Okay, about us. And let's see. This SVG is not working. That's what we noticed. Not sure where this is coming from. Let me see. Because of the padding bottom. Yeah, padding bottom. Okay. Okay, so there's a couple of things I want to build. I want to build this one. I want to build the difference. I want to build the bottom. We'll see what we can build here. So this is a container, and inside the container the image is growing as a background URL. I'm not sure how that works, but we'll figure it out later. Let's build this one. So that's 4 images. Okay, so let's see what kind of images they are. What we do as an error, or a reference error, it doesn't matter. Okay, let's go to 41. Not this one. Not really. Okay, so we have to go back a little bit. What kind of images are they? Okay. Okay. Let me see. The first image is people talking. Okay. Okay, so it's this one, which is going to be about us one. About us two. About us three. About us four. Great. So we have these images. Great. Let's go back where we were. About us. And this is the image, but we want to have a div, and this div is going to be flex row, gap 1, and each of them also has like a div. I actually have to look through it, but I'm gonna make it static first, right? Let's see how big everything is. So it has a lot of padding as well, layout, styles. Let me see what's going on. Opacity 1, border radius 18. Okay, I cannot really tell how big it is, so I'm gonna check. Okay, 317 by 92. Yeah, that is the thing below it. Okay, 377 by 152. Okay, let's do that. 357 pixels by height 152 pixels. Background white, rounded, 18 pixels. Padding 80 pixels. I think it was 18. Let's see. 30 pixels. Okay. And inside of this we want a couple of content, which is the dots, which is going to be 4. I wonder if this is animated though. I don't think I'm gonna animate this, to be honest. But let's see where we have that part. And this one is going to be the first div, yeah. Okay. I think I have this inside of the button component. Background white. If it's active, it's this one. And it's gonna be black. And these ones are not gonna be black. These ones are going to be what is gap 1? Let me see. It's 4 pixels. Okay, so it's 2 pixels. I'm not sure if it exists though. Gap half. Something like this. Okay. And inside of this, we want to have this number. Not sure whether I have the number somewhere else, so I'm gonna grab it. Okay, so it's in this one. Okay, by why choose us. So let's go to why choose us. Um, yeah, it's this one. Oh, it's in the wrong place. Oh, it's just absolute, that's why. Absolute, top, right 10. This can all go. You should be fine. I see. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna create a new div, and this div is going to hold this image and this text. So let's do that. Let's open an image from next image, and let's get a source. And this source is going to be images about us 1, and it's gonna have an alt, and this alt is going to be about us 1. Is that we're missing a width property? Euro is invalid Aural. It should not be now, to be honest. About us. Very big. Okay. It's gonna also be rounded. I'm not sure how big this is, so let's check it out. Um, let's go here. 51 by 51. I'm gonna do 52 by 52, to be honest. So very weird size. So, and then we're gonna do rounded with class name. Rounded large. Okay, pretty good. Then we also have some text, and we have margin right, or a gap, to be honest, a gap of 4. Okay, so we have the image here, and next to the image we have what kind of text? Let me see. Okay, so it's just a normal p tag. Let me import that. Okay, what's the problem? There's still missing text, so let's copy the text. Let's see how it looks. Okay, now what we need to do, we actually need to create a gap vertically. Um, Maybe like a padding or something. Let's do it here. Like padding top of 6. Okay, the image can be a little bit bigger, to be honest. Yeah. And also, yeah, let's make the image bigger, like 64. Let's see how it looks. Okay, better. Yeah, it's almost the same. Seems that the text is a little bit bigger, but it doesn't really matter. Um, the theme that it seems that here there is a breakpoint. Okay, and I seen that it grows, so we have to go back and then we have to say items center. Yeah, something like this. Looks close. I'm happy with the result. So I was thinking to render this, to be honest, but I don't want to render this, to be honest, because it has to do with animation, right? And this is not sure if I want to do something like this. Let me go all the way back to the top, reload, and I just want to see what happens. Yeah, it just creates out of stack. This is very advanced to do. I don't think it's worth it to do right now. So instead of that, I am not gonna render anything. I'm just gonna double this. Yeah, that's fine. Flex row, item center, justify between, gap 1. Okay, so it's this one. And yeah, okay. This one is gonna be 2. This one is gonna be 2, 2, and this one is gonna be BG black. Okay, yeah, great. We're gonna do it down again. I just don't want to render this looping through this. I think it's totally fine to do this. Um, let's do 3, 3, and here we also do 3. So we have this one, and now we also need that one. So let's do that. Let's go here. Let's go another time, which is the last time. Is everything's going to be black. This one is going to be 4, and these ones are also going to be 4. Okay, so we now have 4 of them. Now they seems to be in a row. So let's go somewhere where that is. So I say flex row, item center, justify between. So we have a mistake somewhere. Let's see where the mistake is. Okay, the mistake is that there's no div on top of this one. Is it though? No, it should be. Let me see. Flex go. No, it doesn't move something. That's fine. That's a weird side effect, to be honest. I see. So we have an exception here. Let me go on top. Um, so why is this outside of the other one? I wonder about this. Because it should just stack. And this one are in a div. Okay, so I think this one in particular needs to go here. Okay, great. When I say gap 1, I don't see that in a padding direction. That's fine. We can say py, I think margin is the best here. What is weird is that this image is not the same size, which should be, to be honest. If I calculate it accordingly, yeah, I think it's best to make it smaller. Like the actual width. Let me go to the width of this one, which is 1440. Why doesn't it change? Is it bigger? No, that's fine. Let me see what changes. Um, so let's check at the size here. Okay, we are at 100% size. And if we change to 440, what happens? It doesn't seem that anything happens. Let's just put this to 1200 just in case. Okay, so I think the aspect video is doing it. I wonder. I really wonder why it does not adjust. But here it does. Let's see how big the image actually is. 1520. this one, 1520 by 643. But these ones do not add up to the total image. Hmm. And it also doesn't decrease in size. And this is the problem of, yeah, this one. Doesn't decrease in size. No. Yeah, okay, it does. Okay, that's fine. Okay, let's make a padding top. Let's see how big the difference actually is. It's pretty significant. So let me see where it is. Um, I would say margin bottom 1, margin top. I would think that is 140 pixels. Something like this. Looks pretty close to me. Okay. Now here we have a button in the middle. I don't want to change that yet. But let's change this text and let's move on to the next section. Because later we're gonna do advanced animations, namely. So, okay. Okay. Customer solutions, breakpoint. Okay. Transfer pricing with no hidden fees. Okay. And pricing, BR, with no hidden fees. Next one, proven track record with measurable results. Okay. Provable track record, BR, with results. Okay. Looks fine by me. Okay. Um, what I'm gonna do something sneaky. So here, let me see where it is. I think it's 35. Filter surface. And I think this is a good case of AI. So we're gonna go to surfaces. Surface. I see a constant, but I didn't call it surfaces. What we do. Okay. What we do. And here, I want to open a new tab. I want to go to what we do. And I want to go to filter the surface. I want this image between the text and the background in this component. Let's see if they can fix it here. So it's saying that it's gonna add this on the main container div. I'm fine with that. So it should have a filter here very soon. I hope it doesn't fuck up everything. Okay, let's see. Well, I think I'm either pretty blind or it's not there. Let's look at our hero for a second and how we did that. And let's change our cursor for a second. Uh, we just set filter. Okay, I really don't like that approach. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna say hero. I'm gonna add it as a string. Also gonna do hero here. And then I'm gonna say hero. I think that is the best approach. Give me a second. Hero. Else. So in this case, I can do something cool. I'm gonna say what's called filter with an F. Filter servers.jpg. Filter servers.jpg. Okay, and this is optional. And then what we can do to what we do. So there's a lot of content I need to check. Accordion tabs, what we do, div data, critical. Okay, this is the background. And then we want to say filter from UI filters, and then I say hero, and then I say class name, um, set 20. Oh, yeah, it's a boolean. Sorry about that. Boolean. Okay, then we go back. Is there any other problem? Has no corresponding closing tag. Let's see if it works. Okay, that seems to do something. Do I see it? That's the question. I'm not sure if this is pure black or not. So let me reverse. Okay, yeah, that seems to be pure black. Okay, so our filter is not necessarily working. What if we do just filter, no hero, and in our hero we do have to do it then. So we say hero, and I think we have to work with the set indexes. So um, this filter is gonna be set 10 and the other one is gonna be set 20. I think that is the best case for this scenario. So we say set 10 here, and then this one we will say set 20. Let's see if that makes a difference. Don't really see it, but it's very light here. Let's do a mix blend different. So then we can see it. Maybe mix blend difference. Let's see if it significantly changes. It does not. Okay, that's not good. Hmm. Let's see if it's actually here. So let's do a background of white, just to destroy the experience. Okay, so that is the issue. We don't really see it on front. That's no problem. Let's go here. What we do, um, okay, so there is a background URL, but I seem not to get it. Um, okay, another thing what we can do, we can say here that this one is going to be set index of 10, this one of 20, and this one of 30. Let's see if that solves the issue. No, it does not. Hmm. It should though. Hmm. Let's refresh just in case. Also, it seems that we have lost our padding. Is that because we zoomed in? No. Okay. Well, we lost something. Okay. Okay. No worries. I'm gonna let the AI solve that, and let's see what we probably have something here that I have to search for. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm gonna say what we do. The filter seems not to render between the text and the back. Oh, maybe I have an idea. So let's do this background here that we have. Let's remove it. Let's see what happens. Okay, no, it doesn't show up. Okay, that's clear. Okay. Um, content. Okay. Maybe we have something wrong in the filter section. Oh, we have to do relative? Okay. Yeah. Okay. But that doesn't necessarily solve the issue immediately. I wonder. I do not agree that it's fixed. It is here though. Let me see. If we go here, there is a background of absolute of inset, and we have a relative. So that seems to be working. But in that case, maybe it's even better to immediately do the background URL on the background. So I just want to see how that looks. So we're gonna do this one, copy this one. Let's go back to what we do. Let's do the filter, gone. And here we have this background, which we're going to replace with this background. Let's see what it looks. Let's refresh. Okay, so we definitely do not have a black background anymore, it seems, because that's practically impossible. But it does look very black in my opinion. What you think? And that's a bit strange because we don't have any background black here anymore. We are using the filter.image, so if you can see here, which is, let me see, filter.image here, but I don't see these lighting. Maybe it should be a bit bigger. That can be. So in that case, both solutions work now, but I prefer this solution at the moment. Yeah. So let's work on this button. Oh, there seems to be another filter on top of this. In that case, let's do the hero filter. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so the hero filter does work. I think I like this better, to be honest, so I'm gonna keep it at this. Now, okay, let's work on a button, which is a unique button. I don't have seen it anywhere. Let me just check just in case. No, it's see, yeah, I can make this one the same, but I don't see the effort. Remind you guys that this is a project made in Framer and I'm making it in um, actuality. So, yeah. Okay, let's make that button, this one, which is a unique button. But I did see like a horizontal row. Do I want to make this horizontal row is the question. Just before the rendering. So let's do horizontal row, which creates a lot of issues. Okay, it does show up. Okay, yeah, that's okay, it's fine. Let's do a class name of background of this one. Okay, let's see how it looks. Doesn't respond. Really? Is that true? Okay, I do want to have it darker though. For 2 maybe. Think it's even darker. Why don't you respond? Okay. Okay, the horizontal row can have like a padding. It's fine. So let's do a padding top. Just gonna do it. Padding top of 6. That does not respond. So it seems it's a very dynamic one. And you can also see that the, yeah, this is a very sneaky one. Um, there's a couple of ways to solve that. I don't see why I should ever do that. So I'm not gonna do that. I like it this way. And we can work on these animations later. Let's make the button. Which is outside of the div. Which is a button. I'm not sure if it's on the same height and length. It kinda is on the second grid. So let's see if the button is actually on a grid. It's just placed there. I'm not sure how to feel about this, to be honest. But in that case, let's continue the pattern. We're gonna go to the grid calls grid set10 in the class name. We're just gonna say button, which get started. We're gonna style it soon. Started. Okay. So you see it here. That's fine. And I want to say this, that this button should start at call start 2. Okay. And it seems to be a little bit in the middle, and it seems to clash with this one. Maybe it's a good case of actually saying um, margin y of 10. That doesn't work. I want to actually do a self placement, and this is also in the middle, which I don't like. Um, um, place start self start. Okay, we have on the same height. Let's style the button then. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but we'll see. We might need to wrap it, but okay. BG white, text black. Okay. We could do uppercase, but it's fine. I think we can also say font semi-bold. Okay. Now let's work on the sizes. So let's do padding X of 4. It can actually be bigger, but we'll padding X of 6, to be honest. And I also want to have a padding Y of 6 just to see what happens. Okay, padding Y of 6 seems to be a lot. Yeah, okay, and then we can say rounded full. Let's see. Very close, right? Yeah. Oh, that creates issues. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Relative. And I want to say top 20%. Oh, and this interesting. Okay, now what we need to go all the way back to the top, somewhere over here, and we said that padding Y of 140. Um, but the thing is that the bottom is even stronger, so I think this is actually 250 pixels, something like this, maybe even stronger. Yeah, it's even like 320, maybe even something like this. Yeah. So with the animations, we're not gonna do it now, but what we are going to do is say cursor pointer. So if you hover over it, we get this cursor. Okay. Yeah, and we're gonna do this later because we are using GSAP for this, and I want to make all GSAP animations at the same time. So yeah, I think we did a lot. Let's fix this issue here with the Fabrica on the About Us section. I think that is a good option to do. So let's close these ones. Okay. And the issue is that the size difference here is a problem. So let's go to Fabrica. I think I have it somewhere here. Fabrica. Max character 22. And this seems to be... Let's do an inline. Let's see what happens. Okay, how about an inline block then? Okay, well that only aligns with this one. So we have another issue. Let's see what the issue is. Okay. Top minus 12 pixels. That's what we said somewhere. And I think we can actually up the level even more. I think it's on the same line even. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost on the same line even. Okay, that's fine. Maybe, no, it's definitely 5, 6. Okay. And there seems to be a way bigger cap on this one, so I'm gonna do 140 here. So it has some room to breathe. And yeah, this is what we have so far. I am pretty satisfied about this result. Everything seems to be fine for now. Later on, we're gonna do these animations and for this one, but this is more advanced. So yeah, next time we're gonna work on these ones. So horizontal line from 0 to 100. I think this is an SVG then. So yeah, we have work on this next time. Yeah, I think that were pretty great, right? We didn't, we did pretty well. It's not responsive yet, but we're gonna make it responsive later, right? Like some things are responsive, like these ones, right? But a lot of things we have to work on the responsiveness. But it's not important now. We're making the desktop version, and later on I will ask the AI to make it responsive. To be honest, I'm not gonna make too much argument. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment if you want to see me making 6 holidays 7 years, and I will see you on to the next one.